Whether ghosts or UFOs, if they're entering our atmosphere, the physical world, there's some type of portal or entry, and we're using portal as a term. See that line on the bottom there? That's an object I found in the house. Okay? And yeah, listen, this was during some electrostatic energy or phenomena or some type of paranormal activity, as I showed the video of the phone actually flickering, responding to me, beeping, whatnot, experimenting, as I always do, because it's interesting. But you see that slit down there, and then a square, and then the square jitters across to another square. So that's one flash of something crossing over from somewhere, which this is obviously no fields to explain this, right? Is it the sun that's causing that? I don't think so, if I'm seeing sparks inside of the house. But it's not for nothing that the channel is being hacked. And of course, I got a double lunar wave. But now we're also going to go back to June 20th and when I got the lunar wave, because when I got the lunar wave, that's actually when the storm started here and the weather phenomena. As we're backing up, now that we know that the sun is very active and leading up to 2025, it will get only worse. Lots are saying that this is only the beginning. And don't forget the sea levels. If we're talking about a change in the temperature of the climate on Earth, whether it be climate change or not, okay? We still know that there's going to be a change, climate change. There's two meanings for me for climate change. There's natural changing of the climate, and there's the manipulative, HARP changing of the climate as a theory. Controversial theory either way, that's for sure. Let's go check out that weather I was talking about. Let's go back to the 20th of June, at the same time around when I got this lunar wave. Check what happened to the weather that day. Within 24 hours from having shown the lunar wave, the sun was probably already reacting. Check this. We got an enormous amount of rain here, violent storms. I'd say a miniature tornado for sure, maybe not that miniature. And it went from beautiful clouds to this. So some spectacular events this week especially. And again, this is the one with the camera, regular camera, where obviously you'll see the difference with the infrared, which is really cool. We can't see the static electricity around it. I'm just, with the naked eye, that's exactly what I'm seeing. And this same object with the infrared camera, for whatever the reason, was cool that I had the function off. I was able to film it just regular camera and with low camera quality. Of course, just an infrared camera, right? So check it out now, except now, no more low quality. We're in the infrared field, and look at the static electricity around this bloody light or sphere that's hovering over the house and was slowed down. So now we're fast forwarding it to get to this point. And obviously started going faster as it started getting smaller. And there you go. You see this transition to a change of a size. And why do I say transition? Well, quite simply, I've shown you many ways that they disappear. And this is, again, a first, seeing that. And we're not going to hide it. There's atmosphere. It could be. No problem with that. But still, we're seeing this object get tiny and look, takes off a lot faster, which is hilarious. It really is hilarious, you know. Look at them close to one another. And these objects are very different, have very different characteristics to one another. And this one, these look like they're turning, spiraling. And it literally looks like, visually, we're not going to hide it, a cloud, like the cloaking device over top of that object. And again, it could be just the wavelengths of our eyes that are not seeing these objects properly, obviously, because we're not in the right spectrum. Right? But next infrared camera, you watch. So get this. Is it not odd we're inside Mare Serenitatis? You saw it without a filter, and now we can't even call it a filter. This is a negative. It's a conversion. And listen, we're talking 50 kilometers. Maximum 100. Let's go all out. There's a rectangle there. Perfect rectangle on the surface with light sources and a towering object inside of it. This is right beside where Apollo 17 would have supposedly landed, and 60 years nobody mentioned that. So somewhere along the line, it is sort of cool some of the findings that I'm bringing up, because that one was incredible. So get this. UFO base on the bottom left, let's call it. We're going to go use strict terms, okay? Here they are coming out of the tunnels on the other side, or under a cover or camel hidden. Look, there it is, taking off from the surface, joining, by the way, another UFO fleet. And here they are disappearing where the darkness is, and then what looks like they are coming out on the other side. So for sure, these things that I'm showing is definitely something that they would not want anybody seeing, even if it's not someone from Earth driving them, like a drone or NASA or anything. It could literally be something from outside of this world that the military in the States are encountering. So there could be some truth to that. And again, I'm not here to take any sides. You know what I've always done? I'm just trying to film and to show you exactly what I'm seeing on the moon. And this is visual proof, right? We can't say anything else. And there they are. They will appear suddenly, 1, 2, and 3 at the same time. So some of these lights are actually splitting in two. I've showed it in the past, and I've also shown some from the surface, either leaving the surface or coming out of the surface, either way, and going to meet up with this UFO fleet. And don't forget, this UFO fleet is flying at very, very high speeds. Let's look at it slowly. Bottom left, you see a transitioning of some lights real quickly on the surface in an area where there are structures, even though they're hard to see, natural or not. Could be mountains, I get it, but look at it. They disappear in the dark area, and then suddenly on the other side reappear, and will disappear again once they go further up into the dark area over top. Now, especially being a dark area, we should see these bright, like Christmas lights, as they're going over these dark areas, unless there was something on the surface stopping us from seeing them, because you literally see them disappear, except for the one on the left there that stayed in the clearing. And whoop, it looks like he just, wow. Look at the footage. There's so much going on with that footage. So a light system on the surface. I gathered a lot of evidence, live evidence. And look at this. These flashes are as big as the ones NASA are saying that are meteors and asteroid strikes, which again, they said was rare. Look at them changing places on the surface. Could they be coming from the surface? Right? Like a war going on the moon, literally. We're seeing the objects. Look at it. The UFO has a massive fire at the back and is yet still propelling itself like a UFO. So, wow, theories enter my mind. These could be secret projects. There's so many theories that we could talk about these, but we're still seeing the bloody proof. Visual evidence. It's visual evidence that there's something on the moon. It's not because we don't have the understanding of what it is that we're not a smart enough, intelligent, or evolved race to be able to conclude that it's an intelligent being that's up there on the moon. If not, it's somewhere else and they're traveling over the moon, whatnot. Sure, those suggestions I got nothing against, but aside from that, this is on the surface. And again, each light has its own characteristic. This one is many miles wide, and when it takes off, it seems to lift off visual evidence, lifting off of the surface and illuminating the surface, thus showing us the smoke on the surface. And watch, it's not done. We're in ultra slow mode, okay? Ultra slow mode. We're playing the whole time here. We're just very slow and looking at all the details. And that puff of smoke disappears. And not just smoke, lights. Somebody says, well, show it to me again, not just one example. Okay, watch this one. That's the worst of it. I have so much proof and evidence that it's obviously they're shadow banning me. But on top of being shadow banned, they're cutting my views back. So I appreciate so much each and every one of you taking the time to like the video, to watch the work, and to subscribe to the channel, because the subs are even rolling down. Who are all these drivers that have massive fires coming out of these objects going by, and even lights going by in formation, and all on the surface of the moon, all captured at different moments during the past couple of years, and it's under the hazes and smokes on the moon. So this is like, wow. It would be like beyond top secret, obviously, and it would be a very, very high level of secrecy Obviously. Look, one's on fire. Right there on top. There's no two ways about it. You see it. You see the smoke coming out of the back and all the other objects, and depending on which direction they're going. So, it's obviously why I am being hacked. And again, thanks for taking the time to subscribe. They're rolling the numbers back and they're rolling the subscribers back. And I'm not getting help from YouTube team. Don't be shy to email them if you want to yourself. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks a lot for your support, everyone. Thanks for continuing to support this channel. The system doesn't have to take me down. They know, amongst ourselves, we will fight together.
Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.